Liverpool, home of Bruce Grobbler hip hop.
Well, I'm rapping now. I'm rapping for fun. I'm your goalie, the number one. You can...
Liverpool, home of Ringo Starr.
He's a cheeky little engine.
Liverpool, home of week 3 of the Premier League Darts. They do, don't they do? Look at this orange tan. Roll credits.
Oh, hello!
What a match! What a performance!
This is brilliant. Who will be the winner?
Hello, welcome to On The Wire. It's week number 3 of the Betway Premier League. We're coming to you from the great city of Liverpool. Coming up in the show, Dan meets Snakebite Peter Wright. And the Betway Dancers show us some moves. This time, it's Gary Anderson. Betway show us how to win some cash. No better person than Jackpot, Adrian Lewis. And of course, joining us now, Rod Harrington, reflects on all the action tonight. Take it away, Rod.
Well, all the matches are over here at the Echo Arena in Liverpool, and we really thought we were going to see fireworks, especially from Gary Anderson and Michael van Gerwen after last Sunday's final. It was a little bit of an anticlimax. Anderson missed too many doubles, and it was van Gerwen that went on to win 7-4, and our man Dave Allen caught up with Michael.
Michael, congratulations. It was the battle of the big two, and you came out victorious in the end.
Yeah, that's the most important. It cannot always be 112, 14, 16, 17 average. A win is a win, even we both didn't really perform as well as we could, but there was also a lot of pressure on because the winner of us is going to be top of the league, and yeah, then you can't afford any mistakes, and I'm really glad I didn't make so many as Gary.
Well, the evening started with 2 draws. James Wade against Dave Chisnell. That went backwards and forwards, and a draw was a fair result. But the next game, Barney playing Peter Wright. Barney was 5-1 up, and at that time, 118 average. Unbelievable darts from Barney. And then he just lost the plot. Afterwards, he said, I felt like an old man. I lost all my energy. I've lost too much weight. Cannot believe that. But Peter Wright got a draw out of it. He'll be happy. Well, Stephen Bunting, in front of his home crowd here in Liverpool, really expected some, and I think that put extra pressure on him. And it was Phil Taylor with another over 104 average that went on to beat Stephen Bunting 7 legs to 1. The last game of the night, Adrian Lewis up against Kim Huybrechts. Kim Huybrechts sitting firmly at the bottom of the table at the time, but Adi looked a little bit lethargic. He missed too many doubles, and Huybrechts got a draw out of him 6-all. 3 draws on the night here in Liverpool. Well, Dan Dawson, he caught up with Peter Wright. What has he got to say?
Peter Wright, welcome. Nice to see you've got dressed up for me. Appreciate it.
Nice to see you.
Betway Premier League, you got off to an absolute flyer last year. This year you were having to go one better and make it to the playoffs, I guess.
Oh, most definitely. Last year I think I'm going to use too many sets of darts, so try and cut them down this year, and yeah, I'll get in the playoffs this year.
Now, a few years ago, not that long ago, you were fitting tyres. That's right, isn't it?
Yeah.
Now, when you were doing that, you said, oh, I can beat these guys, and Joe said, prove it.
Prove it, yeah.
Did anybody else believe that you could be where you are now?
Not really, apart from myself.
Can you still fit a tyre?
Yeah.
So
pretty quick as well.
Yeah?
Yeah.
When was the last time you fitted a tyre?
Oh, I changed the tyre there last year because the father-in-law got a puncture, went down a pothole. I've done that, but I actually fitted a new tyre on. That was the last time I was working that. Yeah, that was my old job.
Your knife is nothing like normal anymore. I bet you never went into the garage dressed like that.
Oh no, definitely not. No. It was all in your overalls and everything, and in the freezing cold garages in the morning, especially in the winter. And you used to have to eat in your breaks, your lunch and everything with your dirty hands and everything while you're doing tyres and everything because you didn't have no time for breaks. Yeah.
Is this just a hangover? Is this a response to being in overalls all the time?
I do miss it, to be honest, I do. But
what, when you're staying on a yacht in Gibraltar?
Yeah, the sun was out. That was nice. That was good.
you believe that in future people will be throwing the 110 averages regularly and the 118s will be the out of the ordinary ones.
Yeah.
Do you think you're one of the guys who's going to be able to do that?
Yes.
How long is this going to take?
Don't know. Well, hopefully I'll get all sorted by the match play. That's what I'm looking at, to be peaking roughly about then, and then right through, just carry on.
Sure you're not going to change your darts in between now and then?
I might do, but...
I'll play this back to you, Peter. I'll play this back to you when you change your darts.
I might do. I don't know. But there's always an improvement out there. Always.
Right, the atmosphere in these big arenas now is unbelievable. The players are unbelievable, bigger and bigger averages. But what people don't see is backstage. And I'm glad to say I'm joined by Mark Leake. He's head of all the stage setups. Now, Mark, you come into an arena like we're in Liverpool, the Echo Arena here. How many days do you come in to set up the stage?
We are on a Premier League. We arrive at the venue on a Tuesday afternoon. We unload all the trucks, lay up the trussing, call it a night, normally about 8 p.m. We're in at 8 o'clock Wednesday morning through till 7 o'clock Wednesday night, and we leave then. It's pretty much rigged ready for Thursday for the venue to put the tables and chairs out, lighting to do the focusing, doors at 6, on air at 7.
Well, it seems pretty busy to me. How many staff have you got? I mean, you know, stage crew, lighting, sound. I know you do the light. How many staff do you actually have on site?
From the PDC, there's 7 staging crew, from carpenters to sound engineers, vision engineers. Obviously the guys that rig the practice boards in the practice room, and then you've got from Sky Sports, they've got 6 lighting technicians, and then you've got all the floor staff. You're talking a crew of probably about 80 people.
Really, that is a big crew. Well, it's all fixed up now. Darts is done. What happens as soon as that last dart's thrown?
The crowd leave and go and have a few drinks in the town. We start de-rigging, and we should be out by 3 a.m.
3 a.m. and I've got to let you know that we're at Wigan the weekend, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. We've got the UK Open qualifiers, and Mark's crew has got to go there. So how many have you got there, and are the guys from here going to there?
5 of the guys were there today rigging. So Wigan is all rigged and ready for the morning. So when the players arrive, everything's all checked, ready, up and running, turn the lights on, and they can start playing. The lads will get a few hours sleep and be down there for about 9 in the morning.
So the one question is, when do you get to have holiday?
September.
Woo! September, we're off to Australia in August, so we'll be all right with that. Well, thank you, Mark. That gives you a little bit of an insight of how the backstage goes. The walk-on girls and the dancing girls are doing Gary Anderson's one this time.
This is Gary Anderson's Jump Around. Step 1, we do 2 jumps and then we click down. Go to the right, to the left, and then round and round.
Pack it up, pack it in, let me begin. I came to win, battle me, that's a sin. I won't ever slack up, I'll get better back up. Try and play the role and you're the whole crew will act up. Get up, stand up, come on, throw your hands up if you got the feeling. Jump up, press the ceiling, monsters are on plus. Someone's talking jump, yo, I'll bust them in the eye. And then I'll take the pumps out, feeling funky. Amps in the trunk and I got more rhymes in this cops that are junkie. Donut shop, sure enough, I got
So this is just an interview for the newspaper. I just have a couple of questions.
I'd like to know more about you.
There's really not much to know about me.
Mr. Gray will see you now.
Look at me.
I am. The worldwide phenomenon. It's had millions of women across the world thinking very naughty things. 50 Shades of Grey.
It's good to me.
We fly off to Belfast next week, where the Premier League players will entertain a capacity crowd First up, Kim Hybrex takes on Dave Chisnell. And Kim Hybrex needs to put some more points on the board. Chizzy's sitting pretty in promotion place at the moment, and his scoring power should get him through this. Chizzy to win this one, I'm afraid. Next up, Gary Anderson takes on James White. And against Michael van Gerwen last week, Gary Anderson missed too many doubles. And if he does this against James White could nick the win. But he is the draw specialist at the moment, so I'm going to sit on the fence and go for a draw. Michael van Gerwen takes on Adrian Lewis. And again, Lewis was the one who missed doubles against Kim Hybrex last week. And if he does that against van Gerwen, it could be van Gerwen all the way. But Lewis, with his scoring power, and he will be up for it a lot more than he was last week in Liverpool, he could get a win. But a draw could be on the cards again. Stephen Bunting really got a hammering last week against Phil Taylor. He's got to bounce back against Barney. But if Barney gets out of the gate like he did last week, then it could be curtains again for Bunting. It's a hard road for Stephen Bunting. He's got to put some points on the board. Well, last game up, Phil Taylor beat Stephen Bunting 7-1 last week. Peter Wright got a draw, but I can't see anybody beating Taylor at the moment. He's got that solid game back. Peter Wright got these new darts, but I just think that under pressure he's missing doubles with them. Well, we'll be in Belfast next week. Make sure you join us.
Click here to watch more on The Wire.
Oh, hello! What a match! What a performance! This is brilliant. Who will be the winner?